Hey everyone, I have a new song coming out this Friday. Thought I'd make a little how to play on guitar type of video. And it's a little weird. It's not in the standard guitar tuning that you may be familiar with. It's an alternate tuning called Dad-Gad. Tune low to high, D-A-D, G-A-D. And I guess I'll just get right into it and transition go. Alright, here's the intro. Starts with just a D arpeggio. First note is D. Second note, F sharp. Third note, A. And then another D. And then top it off with an F sharp. So it goes as follows. So, it's pretty much all there is to that riff, a little bit of palm muting. Now the next part of the intro switches to 5/4 time, and the chord shape is the main chord shape of the song. I'll show it to you here. So this is a D major chord in Dad-Gad, just one of the many ways to play a D major chord in Dad-Gad. I'll show you one I like to do. So I have my open drop D, and D there, 5th fret, A string, the F sharp, and the D string on the 4th fret, and then A there, on the G string on the 2nd fret, then my pinky on the 5th fret on the A string up here, and then this high string that's open is now a D because we're in Dad-Gad. So the whole time, or most of the time, these strings are going to be open during the track. So here's the 5/4 part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And does that 4 times. So I'll just blast through it now that you got a grasp on it. Messed up a little chug there, but that's okay, you get the idea. It's just a little how-to video. That's the intro. Alright, so the next section is a main chord progression of this track. And it's in 4/4. So we were in 5/4 for 4 bars. Now we're back in 4/4. And we're going to stick to that chord shape I showed you, like this. So we have a D here. And then we go to a G. And we have those open D strings. The rest of the strings are being played with your fingers. And then we have an A, then back to a G. And we do that 2 times through. I'll show you the picking pattern for it. If you notice, at the end of each bar, I'm doing 2 down picks. Now I'll play it at tempo. got that? So after we do that twice through, it's the same chord shapes, but we're going to jump. We're going to go D, G, A, and then we're going to go up to a C, and then a D, an octave up. And then we'll go back to a C, and on this C I like to ring it out instead of palm muting. Then back to this octave D, and then it'll go back to ringing out this C, and then we'll loop back, and that just does that twice through, cycles twice through. So I'll play the second half of what I just showed you there. So. So that's pretty much about half the song, probably, just going through those chord progressions. And as you can see, I use the same chord shape the whole time. I'm not changing fingers around or anything. It's just I'm just sliding on the different frets. And that's that section. And then it'll change up, and we'll throw in an F in there. So I'll show you that. I'll just roll through that chord progression for you. So we're gonna go start on D, G, and then an F there, back up to the G, and then we'll do a D sus2. This one's a little weird. So on this chord shape, we're doing a D sus2 to a D. So, with your index finger, you're flattening the two middle strings, your D string and your G string, D and G strings, on the 7th fret. Then your ring finger is going on the 9th fret on the A string, this A string. And then your pinky, this might where you guys might have trouble here, I'm not sure. But your pinky is going to tuck behind your ring, and you're going to go on the high A string on the 9th fret. Right here is where we have two A strings, this low one and this high one. And then I'm still keeping this high string open. My high D string is open, and my low one is open. You might have a little trouble keeping your index finger down to do this. And then we'll go back to F, and then G, and then back to D. So I'll play through that for you. And it proceeds to go into the drum solo there. And then after the drum solo, goes back into everything I already showed you, basically. It's just kind of rearranged a little different. And that's Anthem on guitar. So, hope you learned something new.